Oh shoot, I
Hello,
should probably
everyone, and welcome to more Zelda 2. This time we've got Randomizer. Max Rando Tournament Winners Finals Game 2 between jkoper and MiRai. MiRai winning Game 1, so jkoper needs to take this in order to force a Game 3. MiRai looking to advance to Grand Finals. That said, I'm going to throw it over to Drossi and Ellendar for commentary. Take it from here, you two.
Hello, everybody out there, and also Drossi. How are you doing, Drossi?
Hey, I'm good. Nice to finally be back calming Z2R after about a month.
Yeah, it's been a little bit for me as well, and we're getting down to the end of it here. This is winners finals, not too particularly surprising runners to be in winners finals, but should be a great race.
I mean, the thing about jkoper is that he's just such a powerhouse in the first 3 Zelda randos. That's what's always amazed me about him.
Yeah, and despite losing the first race, certainly no slouch, could absolutely win this race. We know jkoper's had a couple times this tournament where he looks like he's behind early, he's behind coming into GP, and then he pulls out the win with just superior routing and combat. So we'll see if we see that here today.
You mean like going left?
Yeah, or his opponent in one of the earlier rounds misrecognizing a room and wasting 15-minute lead.
So here we get started. We start with 4 lives. This is a 1 gemmer.
Yeah, 2 bars of life, definitely MiRai's comfort zone. I know he has been practicing all his practice seeds with a 2-heart start. So,
And apparently no starting items, though we do have both stabs.
yeah, no starting items is kind of interesting. You know, usually in Max Rando we get at least 1 or 2, but we'll see whether they end up having to get a whole bunch of items in order to, you know, get that 1 palace clear and get into GP, or if it ends up just being a jet seed.
So what is Spell Guy giving us here in Rauru? Spell!
How nice of him. Also, jkoper picking up a hint that Helmet Head's going to be guarding our raft today, so if that's required for progression, that's a good hint.
Yeah, so of course we could always get like some pass through Death Mountain.
Well, here's a connection to the east already.
Wow, and here's New Kasuto, in fact, so good thing we picked up that spell, except I don't think we can cast it yet. Granny only wants 5 magic jars. Yeah, spell will require either 6 magic jars or a couple of magic levels.
Another hint, Guma sits on the magic jar, so not going to need to go there, probably?
I mean, depends how much we level up our magic. Oh no, magic jar, not magic container, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And was that the hammer right before jkoper died?
I didn't quite see, but jkoper seems to think it's important enough that he's going back for it, so...
And did we just get Fairy and New Kasuto, it looked like? Yep, that's what our trackers marked. Okay, the cross, not the hammer.
Okay, well, could be better.
And here is Ruto with Thunder, so we are probably going to need to find the trophy. Not guaranteed Thunderbird required, but...
Yeah, I don't think either of these runners are likely to try and force it before heading into GP, especially in a 1-gemmer, but if they do end up finding it, it's going to be fun. And here's an exciting bug that still exists in this version. Approximately 1/11th of the time, the spell hints can get screwed up, possibly, and we happen to have a bugged spell hint here for Thunder, so who knows where the trophy is.
I thought it just meant that the trophy was vanilla.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a bug that I have gone through and figured out the fix for, but it is still in this version. Basically, 1/11th of the time, the randomizer uses the starting spells from the previous generation in order to determine which spell hints it needs to generate, and if that happens and the previous generation had that starting spell already, then it just thinks, oh, I don't need to generate a spell hint for this, and just doesn't.
Weird. Was that P2?
It looked like it. MiRai, having already found the East, is back in the West, looking just for some easy items.
This does look like P2.
Yeah, MiRai at P3 or 6, trying to grind out a red iron knuckle, but just like yesterday, MiRai's luck not great on getting the thing that he wants, and gets a couple misses in a row and decides to move on.
And jkoper and Saria, he will be able to cover the gap because he has the fairy spell.
Is the fairy spell castable at Magic 1? I didn't check.
Oh,
but,
I think it was?
We're going to find out real quickly as jkoper gets this spell. Or not.
Too quick.
Very, very quick up A. MiRai going to pick up Magic 2. He's going to check Fairy. 78 at Magic 2, so definitely not castable at Magic 1 either.
Okay, guess it'll be a bit.
Yep, it does mean that if they find a container, they are within range now. But I wouldn't be surprised to see both of our owners prioritizing Magic a lot more than they usually do to make sure that they are actually able to cast that Fairy spell. 500 points from MiRai's side.
That's what I was about to say. And
that's the small enemy group, too.
He is working up his life, given that we still only have 2 heart containers. And who knows, there may be no other heart containers in this seed.
Fairy's still not castable at Magic 3, just to 78 again.
Now, this is interesting. He's deciding whether he wants to take Magic 4 as jkoper finds the flute at Stonehenge.
Yeah, it's tricky because MiRai might want to, if he wanted to just take life 4, he could up A out of this cave and probably save a little bit of time.
Well, these gorillas should get him pretty close. Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
He's also hunting for
67, just quite not enough.
Yeah, hunting for. I thought he was hunting for Bagu, but he finds Bagu's hut and decides not to go in. Oh, it looks like you just walk around the lake. Okay.
Oh, that would do it. And he's gonna get his jump spell as well.
Yeah. Definitely on what could be a fairly low resource GP, Jump Spell can be a big gain, as well as I know both of these runners are familiar with the upstab skip, so Jump Spell is required for that, so give them a little bit more advantage. So MiRai with that extra 700 and 500 point bag, pretty significant level advantage, whereas jkoper finds another heart, increasing his total capacity by 50%.
Hey, that's a good find given this seed.
Yeah, especially if you're on one heart, picking up a heart, it's just like, oh man, this is the best item of the entire game. Right back on this mountainous east, it looks like. Not a particularly friendly place.
So we can now cast Dash at least with those magic levels. That was like 101 to start or something crazy.
Yeah, by the time you get to about Magic 5, it really starts to get cheap.
I don't know if we're getting close to being able to cast Spell and seeing what's in Spell Tower in New Kasuto, since that's, like, right there in the east.
Yeah, I think MiRai could be wanting to try and pick up another magic container before going there, sort of do it all in one dip.
Right, makes sense. Meanwhile, jkoper's still in the west.
Yeah, this very difficult medicine cave, but a timely life level gonna save him. Okay. Is this yeah, it looks like
Ooh.
the west is segmented.
500 p-bag for jkoper, by the way, so that's going to help him with his levels.
Yeah, and this was the same cave that MiRai got his 500 p bag as well. I think. No, I think MiRai got his in the
No, I don't think we've been in
Pillar
Medicine
Cave.
Cave yet.
we have.
Yeah, there's the boots.
Yeah, those are the boots. Okay, well, not as useful this seed as they could be. All right, MiRai finding the trophy, so
So,
looks like that lack of a spell hint's not going to be too damaging to our runners.
yeah. Thunder definitely within our grasp.
Yeah, if either runner decided they really wanted to hunt for the trophy, this would be one of the first places they looked. So,
And in a one gemmer, we're probably not going to go out of our way to try to find Reflect.
no, that seems unlikely.
We probably do want the glove wherever it may be, though.
Yeah,
Ooh.
not technically required all of the time, only, high 90s%. In standard, I would put it probably as high as 98 or 99%. Here in Max Rando, slightly lower because we have the possibility of some very short GPs, but
Yeah.
especially on a one gemmer, there's practically guaranteed to be a palace out there somewhere you could be without the glove.
I was going to say, MiRai got a timely one-up in that cave. He's now down to his last life, probably trying to get another level with all the Dairas in here.
Yeah, that Moblin, unfortunately, probably not going to be worth very much at all. Well, an extra life. The
So the
best
one-up,
stuff you can get.
honestly, I'll take that at this point when you're down to one.
Yeah, jkoper back in the east has found sunken P-Bag Cave. Not enough magic to cast dash, though, is going to be a bit of a walk. Ooh, and a
Or
blue
you get
Lizalfos.
Killed by Lizalfos, so then you can cast Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he wants to kill the Lizalfos and try to get the points. I did not see what spell that is in Mido.
700 points of fine reward. MiRai finds P5, immediately leaves. Especially in a one gemmer when the item is useless. P5 is just like the absolute wrong choice.
Do we really want to hunt for Guma? And MiRai gets that heart container that jkoper got.
Yeah, MiRai and jkoper both sort of just retreading the steps of the other runner. And jkoper with a little bit of an exploration advantage here, being the first one to pick up those boots and get back to the east with them. Going to find the any key on the water tile. Nice. And that's that container that jkoper's going to need to both be able to cast spell and get the basement item out of New Kasuto. Fairy now castable at Magic 3, but requires jkoper's entire reserve.
Yeah, so let's hope we don't hit too many battle screens here.
Yeah, now that jkoper has the any key, the very expensive fairy spell is a lot less of a liability.
Yeah, it's just nice to do fairy feat for the most part.
Yeah,
And of course, there are certain fairy locked rooms and palaces.
MiRai finishes exploring the segmented area of the west. Unfortunately, does not find any kind of progression. He's going to pick up Thunder, though, before going back east.
jkoper does have the boots, so he can just walk across the water here. He doesn't need to worry about blocked path.
Yeah, using the river to skip encounters here in Maze Island is one of those techniques you don't think about initially, and then as soon as you start using it, it's like, oh wow, this saves a ton of time. Ooh, Tektite in there for Koper in the dark. This candle is going to help him, but not quite immediately.
Next time he enters the dark, you know. And we still haven't even seen what palace it is.
It is P4.
Vanilla P4, of course.
Koper going in. I
guess
think
for
he
the
has the
item.
reflect spell, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe just doing a quick check, see if the item is somewhere readily accessible. He has gotten now, at this point, most of the items off of the west and the east. So it could be that he's starting to think that the glove is going to be in a palace. I don't think this is a pass-through, Koper. Yeah, just a blue jar. Maybe he was hoping there was a pea bag there.
Oh, nice and lagorific there with the moas and the bubble and the blue iron knuckle.
Yeah, MiRai getting a bunch of double stabs in this blue Lizalfo is going to take him down.
Jeez, that's persistence. But that's also a lot of experience. And
Yeah,
MiRai being MiRai, he doesn't want the attack level.
No, he's been, in addition to practicing on 2 hearts, MiRai has been practicing on attack 6 max with scaled experience requirements, which effectively forces him to play a low attack the whole time. So this is very much the style that he's been working on, just to stay alive on low health and, you know, get your magic and prevent being, as much as possible, prevent being blocked by difficult circumstances.
Ooh, and jkoper was queuing up a life spell and got killed before he could use it. That's unfortunate timing. Because all of these are very doable enemies as long as you don't get killed.
MiRai fluting his way through the River Devil, so we're going to see if that's required today.
Koper gives up on beating the Stalfos Knight and the Red Iron Knuckle.
Does find the item room here in 4.
Oh, nice. Considering we can't beat the boss, this is the best you can do in here.
Yep, and it's the child.
We haven't seen Darunia yet, have we?
We haven't, but the only required spell that could possibly be there is Reflect, which, if this were a 6-gemmer, would be very funny. But as it's a 1-gemmer, probably not going to be that useful.
True, unless you really want to beat Karok.
I mean, at this point, he has explored enough of the palace that if he did decide he wanted to go back there, it wouldn't be probably that long to find Karok. Well, MiRai continuing to explore this mountainous east, and it's awful. Here is Old Kasuto. Gonna get a read on this spell real quick.
It is reflecting Old Kasuto. MiRai doesn't even want it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. From his perspective, the only possible way that Reflect could be required is if the glove ends up being in P4 locked behind Karok, which would be a huge troll, but we already know that that's not the case.
And jkoper has found Fairy Connector. Let's see if it gets us anywhere.
Pretty sure the Fairy Connector just goes to the other segment of the west. We had seen MiRai. Oh no, that goes into the Caldera. Okay.
Yeah, where there's a palace.
Yeah,
Oh, GP. I guess
okay.
we really need Fairy Connector.
Yeah, GP is nice, but not what jkoper are looking for right now. Meanwhile, MiRai hanging out in P2 here. Doesn't find the boss, but does find the item. Extremely guarded by blue Iron Knuckles.
And we already knew it was the raft. Wow, Barba is right here. Did we just, like, enter P6 and get Barba on the next screen?
Yeah, pretty much. And this is gonna suck for MiRai. Because P2 is a bit on the long side.
Though, hey, Helmet Head's a much faster boss than Barba.
Yeah, especially on these low attack levels. And especially with downstab.
MiRai reluctantly takes attack 3.
Yeah, thinking about life 5, but...
It's not be funny if Thunderbird's required.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't found that extra container. Didn't actually check what Thunder was at, but... I'm sure that's, if it's not castable still, that's in the back of his mind.
And jkoper really in this for a grind. So maybe if he's lucky, Barba will give him a level.
Yeah, it's moderately likely.
Or at least 700, and then you hunt down the other 70 before you place the gem.
Yeah, I believe 700 is the vanilla value for Barba, so we're...
Yep.
We're 40% to get the level and 20% to be pretty close. Also, we haven't seen our boss reward yet, so there's a chance it could be a P-bag as well.
Also true. Makes you glad you have the any key, and of course, we could cast Fairy if we had to.
And of course, not a P-bag, -2 all the way down to 300.
Wow. That is unfortunate, but jkoper is going to continue on.
Yeah. Quirk of Vanilla as well, not 300, 301 for a 300 P-bag.
I mean, could be the glove in here, and we could need it. MiRai is ferrying through that room since he doesn't have a glove.
Speaking of could need the glove, jkoper finding a double glove block here in P6.
Yeah, of course, we could go anywhere because Barba was right at the entrance, as MiRai does find Helmet Head.
Yeah, the fact that jkoper found the item or the boss quickly here in P6, sort of being negated by the fact that he is also trying to dig out the item.
Now, we saw one end of the raft tile. The east end was on Maze Island. I don't think we've seen the other end, as MiRai takes a death to Helmet Head.
Yeah, jkoper also fairly quickly finding the item in 6. As far as full clears go, this was a pretty fast one.
Helmet Head with 3 bars of health on attack 3 is still a challenge.
Yeah, but MiRai playing it nice and safe. You block a beam, you do a triple hit, you block a beam, repeat.
There we go. Easy does it.
So if the glove hunt is on, we are down to both items in New Kasuto still have not been checked. We have not found either item in Death Mountain. And we still haven't found the items in 1, 3, or I guess 1 and 3. We know the item in 5.
And they both just brought up their magic levels, and I didn't actually see how much spell costs.
I have to imagine at Magic 5, it's pretty likely to be castable. 68. So
68,
no,
okay.
not castable for
Not for
MiRai.
MiRai, but jkoper could if he gets his magic to that level. I didn't see what it is at Magic 4.
Yeah, jkoper at Magic 4, maybe castable, maybe not. Patrick with good notes. Risen, Peabag Cave, and Desert Tile still outstanding as well.
Yeah, shout-outs to our tracker, Pickett Patrick.
We're gonna see Risen Peabag Cave very shortly here. And if it's not New Kasuto or Desert Tile at this point, we're going to be down to just the really crappy checks of Palaces at Death Mountain.
But Koper is going to make the GP play and see how far he can get.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's worth taking a look. If it does turn out that glove is not required, then it's going to be an easy win for Koper. If it does turn out glove is required, well, you probably won't have to dig that long to find out.
I don't think MiRai has actually found GP yet.
He hasn't. He also hasn't found Maze Island, so he can't use process of elimination to tell for sure where GP is. Wow, one touch from that orange bird takes jkoper down at life 5.
And that's despite the fact that the orange birds have like 0 HP and anything will take them down. But hopefully we can get some one-up drops here.
Yep. MiRai, I believe he found the hammer block tile on the east. Does not have a hammer to open it.
Interesting. Oh, I see. Yeah, got the magic drop because this is fairy locked. I'm not used to all the community rooms even still, so I didn't remember that this was a fairy room.
This one, I believe, is a vanilla room. The version of that that is not fairy required is a community room. And I don't think there's a way to tell them apart without having jumped up. Wow! Wow!
Well then! I guess this is GG's. Dang!
What a seed.
Yeah, not often you see one player winning before the other player has even found GP.
Yeah, especially a player of MiRai's caliber, but the gloveless GP dip is absolutely a thing that can happen in Max Rando, just like literally everything else.
Koper just needs to play it safe here.
Yeah, Darklink does the same amount of damage regardless of what your life is, so it's going to take him 3 hits to go down. Oh, and the life spell going to buffer that as well.
One more hit for Darklink. There we go. Get your GGs in.
Yep, jkoper with an official time, 27 minutes and 8 seconds.
And I just made a pretty nice killing on the prediction in chat.
Yeah, we're going to a game 3. I'm sure that's what everyone was looking for.
So, looks like MiRai's just gonna forfeit. I don't blame him, considering he hasn't even found GP.
And we've got jkoper here in the booth. GG.
Hey, thanks. I want to wait for MiRai if he's coming in.
Yeah, he just
got
got
up
up
to
to
his headphones.
stretch. Yeah.
What was that?
Oh no, just he was getting up to stretch and grab his headphones.
Okay.
Here he is, GG.
I guess. Where was the glove?
You tell me.
Oh, GG, on the GP not recording the club, okay. Interesting. Was it in the Caldera or was it in Death Valley?
I was in the Caldera.
Okay.
It was super fast.
Well, based on the time, it seems like it.
Yeah, about 5-6 rooms maybe or something. I thought for sure when I came into one room that it was going to be a downstab block room, but it was some weird community room with an up elevator on the right side instead.
But by the way, one of your audios is coming through the microphone.
Sorry. That shouldn't happen on my end.
Yeah, my stream is offline, so.
Oh,
Unless
don't
you guys
know
didn't
if
switch to the ending scene? And
Yeah,
it still
did you
comes
switch?
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, we're still on jkoper's credit scene. That's the problem. Oh,
Yeah.
are we okay? We are on the interview scene. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I looked around for the glove for a while. I found the items in P6, P4, Maze Island, a couple of the East items, and
Okay, that was totally my bad, by the way, for not remembering to mute your audio when you came in here. So that's why I was having the problem and no one else was. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, I figured I would just go into GP and see what it looked like. I had already found GP at that point, and yeah, I did P6. The item was right behind Barba, basically, in P6. I don't know if you did you get your gem placed? Did you do P6 or anything?
I did P2. I picked the raft.
Okay. Yeah, with the raft probably led to Death Mountain. I think it had to. Did you go to Death Mountain at all?
No, I never saw Maze Island either. I cleared out the entire west and then went south on the east and P2. And I guess since P6, it sounds like P6 was next to start, so I was in P3, I assume. And that's when that was over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Maze Island was on the north part of the east. There was a little bridge right next to the water tile. So the boots were pretty easy to get to on the east. I don't know if you got those. I'm guessing. Did you get them? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because after I got the boots, I immediately walked back to the northeast on the water, and that's where the water tile and Maze Island were.
Yeah, I must have just not walked north enough because I didn't see that in the northeast. You mean just straight, the cave sped us out on the east facing south, and you just kind of had to loop around to go north and just walk straight up?
Yeah, I don't know if you could take a more direct route up there, but that's the route that I took. Was I went west and then I came back east on the northern path. So we were kind of cramped when we came out in the east, so I don't know if there was a good way to go or not. There was a lot of weird little paths to choose from. I went through the cave connector myself at first. I mean, obviously you found your way to the same area if you found the boots, because I think they're over there. Anyway, that was a rando seed, I guess. Very, very different from the last one that we did, but that's max rando, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you knocked me out of last year's tournament with low gem seed, and it was, well, actually, it was a little different. It was quite a long slog, but
last tournament, I just went the right way in GP because I felt like I was behind, and this time there weren't really any forks in GP. I went up the elevator to check, and then that was where Dark Link was, but before that it was just going through some rooms. No decisions at all in GP. So all you really needed in GP was Ferry, which was required to get to GP anyway. So yeah, but Ferry was expensive. I had Magic 4 at least. And it was still like 67, 74 or something. It was over 4 bars of magic. I know that.
Oh, I must have an extra magic level because mine was at 47 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I never found a fifth. I never found another magic container.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't see either of you check Granny or Spell Tower in New Kasuto, in fact.
Granny needed like 6 or something.
Oh,
to
I
get
thought
it
she
in.
said 5.
Well, I still only hit 4, so.
Yeah, she might have said 5, but I just didn't feel like walking all the way back there. But that was certainly something that was on my mind. Was going back to Spelltown because I had Spell already. When I went into Spelltown, I had Magic 1, no chance of casting Spell. So I just got the Fairy Spell and then left basically after that. And never made it back there. But the glove could very well be in there. I don't know. Or in one of the palaces. I mean, who knows at this point, right? It's like at least half a dozen unchecked spots. So,
well, it wasn't P5, and we saw the items in 2, 4, and 6. That is, we got the hint about P5. So if it was in Palace, it could have only been 1 or 3.
Yeah, true. And then there were the 2 Death Mountain items, and then maybe 2 more on the east, perhaps. I don't know if you found the other P-Bag Cave and the Desert Tile in the east.
Yeah, there was a P bag in one of them, and I never saw the Desert Tile.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I have very little concept of what the east looks like. That was a kind of another weird overworld though, because I took the connector cave to the east and walked around a little bit, and it took another connector cave, and I'm back in the west again. So.
You needed 2. You also needed to take some pass-throughs to get around that mountainous east to get to the south side. So, yeah, there was a bit of extra walking there.
Yeah.
A lot of swamp.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, anyway, I guess we gave the fans a game 3. That's exciting for everyone. So, sometime next week, I guess I want to wait to schedule until early next week, probably, but or later on the weekend. But should be fun. Is there anything we didn't cover? I don't know. Sorry.
I think you both covered everything. There wasn't a ton to the seed, unfortunately.
That's true for most 26-minute seeds.
Yeah, you were both pretty even in terms of exploration and items acquired for the most part, and then Cobra, you just went to GP and that was it.
Yeah. I do want to say, man, there were some nice experience drops in this seed, though. That really makes a low gem seed a lot more tolerable when you've got 700-point bags dropping and stuff like that. So, really liked maybe that last bag that gave me Magic 4. Yeah, I had 0 experience and it dropped 700, and I needed 700 for the level exactly. So, yeah. Then I finished on 445. You can see that now that I actually look at my game. Yeah. Anyway, I guess good game, but whatever. It's hard to feel like it's a real competition thing, but it's rando. So we'll do it again next week and see what happens. But looking forward to it. And thanks, Drossi. Thanks, Elmdar, and whoever the third person is. I think
Patrick on tracking.
Yeah, it's Patrick, and thanks VXR too. But yep. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see y'all next week, I guess.
Yeah, good luck to you both in Game 3.
Yep, and let's see, that's it tonight. What do we have tomorrow? We've got Vanilla Z2 multi-category tournament at 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's see, no more Z2R matches scheduled as of right now. We're going to go ahead and raid one of those runners that's going to be in tomorrow night's race in Unos. So yeah, until next time. Oh yeah, there's the weekly as well. 9 p.m. Eastern. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching.